He's a decorated colonel, by the way, in the Iraq War. But because Colonel Vindman emigrated from Ukraine along with his family when he was a child and is fluent in Ukrainian and Russian, Ukrainian officials sought advice from him about how to deal with Mr. Giuliani, though they typically communicated in English. Now, wait a second, John. Here we have a U.S. national security official who is advising Ukraine while working inside the White House, apparently against the president's interest, and usually they spoke in English. Isn't that kind of an interesting angle on this story?
I find that astounding, and some people might call that espionage.
If you look at this lieutenant colonel's background, he's got a Purple Heart. He got hit by an IED in Iraq. We also know he was born in the Soviet Union, emigrated with his family, young. He tends to feel simpatico with the Ukraine.
Mr. Vindman, he's an advisor to the president. He is a former Ukrainian. He wants to make sure the taxpayer money goes in military aid to the Ukraine.
I'm sorry. Why does it matter? Why does it matter where he was born? I'm sorry, Congressman Duffy. Why does it matter where he was born?
I'm going to explain that to you.
That came up on Fox News. He's an active duty military member, an American who was awarded the Purple Heart.
I'm of Irish descent. I still love the Irish. And he has an affinity probably for his homeland. That's not my point, though, John.
Congressman Duffy, hang on one second. I do want to go back to the beginning here, because it's been nagging at me the whole time here, which is that when I asked you about Colonel Vindman, the very first thing you said was he was Ukrainian. So yes or no, do you trust Ambassador Bill Taylor more because he was born in the United States? Where does the location of his birth matter? Mark Meadows, who I think you agree with, was born in France. Is he pro-French by definition? That's a pretty stunning comment you made just there. And it's remarkable and notable given that Laura Ingraham last night and her apparent talking points brought it up as well.
So I read his statement, John, and I'm sure you did as well. And it seems very clear that he is incredibly concerned about Ukrainian defense. I don't know that he's concerned about American policy, but his main mission was to make sure that the Ukraine got those weapons. I understand that. We all have an affinity to our homeland where we came from. Like me, I'm sure that Vindman has the same affinity.